Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So, finally settled in on a new server. Going to show you guys what I'm dealing with here. Give it a little bit of comparison to my old keep. There is an Aptoide code at the top of the screen, ALLSTAR. It's good for the next 72 hours starting right now. So, basically, I'm on a keep that's almost identical to my old keep, but newer server. It's got some fallbacks, like drawbacks, like where areas is not as good as my old keep, and then some areas where it's better. All in all, it's probably a wash, but because it's a new server, the experience will be better. So why did I leave 430? Basically, I left 430 just because, the toxic environment, the mass reporting, all that sort of stuff. It was just like, as a pretty serious PvP player, and you can't coin because you feel like Evony could take your account away any day because a bunch of people decide to report you for playing the game, attacking them. Well, why would you continue to play in that manner? So it came as a surprise for me. The offer came out of nowhere. I wasn't looking for it, so I accepted it, and then I did the new server thing on server 260 plus, 63, 66, and that was all until I figured out what I wanted to do. And also to give that an honest shot and see if it was what I wanted to do. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. So, first thing you'll notice, I have a barracks going to 45, an archer camp going to 45. I just finished the siege going to 45. And the other ones over here I could finish, but I got to save those speeds for all-stars. So, obvious drawback is it's VIP 20, not 23. And its power is half. Like, I was over 70 billion. This was about 31 or so when I started. Now I've got it up to 34. And the T15s, I'm just going to have to wait until T16s until All-Stars is over because I need those speeds. Because one thing about, this is a fairly new server, less than a year. And one thing about if you're like K45 at that time, well, a lot of your speeds went to that, so you don't have all the speeds. I got a lot more champions. I'm missing some of the ones that I used to have, like Josephine. But what I did touch on a little bit here is, and one thing that I really miss and took for granted was my inventory. So I don't have as many speeds as I used to have, but most importantly, one thing here that I'm really, really missing on is tactic scrolls. And I need them because I'm not done my tech. I'm going to show you in a second. And the where are these things? The dragon, these, man, I had like 100,000, 150,000, I don't even know, maybe 300,000 on my old account. And now I got 2,000, and they're a big drawback when it's going to dragons. Speaking of dragons, when you're doing the talents, you need those stones in the bottom right, and I don't got them. Speaking of dragons, I got no all-star dragons, none. So hoping to get some this event. I've made the second round. I was setter in the first round, so that's how strong the account is. It doesn't have as much rally cap as some of the other strong accounts, but good enough, and the buffs are good. So I'm going to pick this one for sure, Yggdrasil. That's going to be my first choice. I might get enough Galaxy coins to get a second one. If I do, I'll be picking Amaterasu. And I hope that I can get an Elder Scroll. That's my goal. I would like an Elder Scroll. Will I get it? I don't know. It's going to be tough because you got to get on one of the first two place teams in order to get one because you know how those rankings go. Top 50, they go, 35 are gone to the top two teams. So we'll have to see how we're going to do on that. Tech-wise, I have a lot to do still, and it's going to take some time. So you can see here the percentages, 76, 62, 98, 84, 85 on the far left. I was at 100 on all of it, I think. Maybe like 98 on I just needed training capacity. I was done all the science. So that's something that's trailing. And then if we go into the Senate, it's very similar. It has two grounds that aren't... so I have this Archer one. I could fill it with Douglas, but I'm using him in All-Stars as a second general. And then there's two ground generals that aren't finished. Mine were all red. So it's a little bit back on there, but Blood of Ares isn't too bad, especially since I'm coining again. On this upgrade area, this one's a little more advanced. I did have a couple. I think I have one that's level 5 on my old, but most of them were level 3. So on this, the average would be level 4 on all of them. And then when we go into the upgrade positions, it's pretty similar to what I had, a little bit better. My seals are stronger on my old account. So, for example, Chimera, I had, this was red, 4 reds, and they're not now. So all the other ones are pretty similar. I'd say my seals overall are probably pretty equal. Like my average on my old account was probably like 50-ish, and on this one it's probably a little bit higher, but some of the key ones aren't quite there. Dragons, these are the same, except this account has the white dragon where I didn't have it. Level 10. I have lucked out that here on Civil Glory, all 6. I never thought I'd get this again. I did. BOG 100. It's already been done for me, so that's cool. And then we go into Civ equipment, and I got way less gear. Way less gear than I used to have. And we'll see how much I coin. I will be doing the low-level Civ gear for quite a while, maybe forever. So that's a couple $100 an event. So I'll be getting a new Conquest gear all the time. So I'll catch up on some of this stuff, but not sure if I'll get all the weapons I used to have. So time will tell how I do on that. And I'll be getting the new gear, right? So the debuff general stuff. The red subs, I guess we're about the same. I think I had like 6 maybe. I think this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think we have the same amount of red subs. But my old account had Alexandria, which is the best red sub in the game. It was only ever released one time, so I don't think I'll get it on this account. It has 10% march size. It is a really good sub. So yeah, I missed that one already. What else is there to show you guys here? Oh, I know. The generals. So duty generals. So overall, my duty generals on my last account are probably better. These aren't totally set up for how I want them to be. You could see Jan Carroll at 5 and a second Simon. I added Gilga. I added 2 Judis. So there's 1, 2, yeah. So I added those. And yeah, so I'm trying to bring it over towards more debuffs for Siege and start to build it up that way. Going to take some time. Only so much Blood of Ares, only so many general fragments. Duty officers. So this is an advantage for this city compared to my other one. So if you look at them, so my duty officers were pretty good. Like I had all the old premiums, but this has the newer premium ones. And that's just something that's going to happen with, newer coining. I want to give you guys a little bit of tour of the new city. And I streamed first round of All-Stars if you guys want to check it out. And I'll be streaming again the second round Saturday. Hopefully I'll be streaming the third round as well. If not, I'll find somewhere to stream it as a spectator for you guys. But plan is to advance, get into the top 50 in second round, and then give her for the Elder Scroll. I think that's kind of everybody's plan, right? If you're in the finals, the whole point of finals is to try to get top 50 and get the higher tier castle in the Elder Scroll. But everybody wants it, which makes it difficult. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.